Am I the meanest?
Pawn's drunk.
Am I the prettiest?
Pawn's drunk.
Am I the baddest mofo low down around this time?
Pawn's drunk.
Well, who am I?
Pawn's drunk.
Who am I?
Pawn's drunk.
I can't hear you.
Pawn's drunk. AKA Mr. Moonshine himself.
Of Harlem.
You already know this is Pawn's Ron Boxing, aka Mr. Moonshine himself. Ladies and gentlemen, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you at this side of heaven. God bless you all. Oh yeah, your boy working a night shift. I wasn't planning to go live today. But you know what? I said, why not? I mean, boxing is 24 hours, 24/7. We don't know if people want to listen to your boy Punch Drunk if you in Asia, or Australia, or America, or the Caribbean. Might as well talk about these type of subjects, so you know it's always something to talk about in the sport of boxing. And it could be a little bitty story, or it could be a big story, or it could be some story that you think you might not want to know about. But hey, man, it's a boxing channel, y'all. It's a boxing channel. See the title, want to see the thumbnail. And I think in the boxing world, we have come to this type of conversation of who's the A side, the B side, the C side, or the Z side, or whatever alphabet stories. I don't know. You know, I think that a lot of people feel like, you know, ever since Mayweather came out with this A side and B side, not everybody want to say I'm the A side or I'm the B side. Shout out to everybody, man. Smash the like button, man. Let's have a little bit of fun here. Let's have a little bit of clarity here. Dímelo, Mr. Tito in the building. What's good? Jose, what's good in the building? Ah, man. Get a little zippity zip on this. Ah, man. Leonard explained it well. But I think that Punch Drunk could explain it better. I think your boy, Mr. Moonshine, a.k.a. El Adobo, a.k.a. El Sazon, could explain it better than Leonard Enderby. But what you going to be like, come on, they're going to be like, yo, well, Punch Drunk, but you're not in the business, huh? Who are you to explain it better than the guy that's within the business? Because probably the people within the business hooked-winked the people. Because they know that the people in the sport of boxing that pays attention to the sport of boxing don't know the business of the sport of boxing. We know. Boxing fans are the most misinformed fans of all of sports. All of sports. If you're an NBA fan, you know the business. You know the salary cap. You know when a guy getting signed. You know when the guy's going to get booted. You know when the guys get cut. You know the free agency. You know all of that. When it comes to football, you know all of that. When it comes to baseball, we know all of that. But when it comes to boxing, you don't know. We don't know. And because we don't know, they could say whatever they want to say. But some of the things in the sport of boxing is actually self-explanatory. But even common sense and self-explanatory, it's still difficult, right, for people. So it takes guys like your boy, Mr. Moonshine, to explain certain things that you might not catch. Because I am not that gullible. And there's a reason why Leonard Enderby, he did block me on Twitter, because I pressed him with truth. You know, nowadays, truth is not, how you say it, it's not comfortable. People just don't like truth, right? I mean, people love perception. People fall in love with perception more than reality. I mean, maybe it's the technology. Maybe the technology that on all these social media platforms like Instagram, all you gotta do is just throw a picture of yourself and put something away and stuff like that, and create a whole perception of you. You could create a whole lifestyle through social media, and nobody could ever meet you in your life, right? Even in the YTBC, people pretend like there's something, and you may believe it, but they're actually not. Think about it. Out there, social media platform or whatever you want to call it, you're only going to show the best side of you. You're only going to mention success. It's something. Some of it could be facts. Some of them it could be perception. It's certain people could say certain things to you, and you may believe it or not, but you can't question them because you don't even know how to get the right answers. So I could look, for example, I could say I made $2 million in the span of 2 months. How do you know I made $2 million? How can you figure that out? Unless if you go through you pay somebody and go through my taxes or something like that, right? I could say whatever I want to say. You could say whatever you want to say. The networks could say whatever they want to say. They could say, look. They could say Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury did five pay-per-view buys. And how you gonna go by it to find out if it's true or not? The only thing you could say is, it's a lie. Is it true? I don't believe it. But you know that you cannot even find that out if it's true or false. You know that. So guys like probably Showtime and LL or LB, or maybe in the Zone, or Mike Coppinger, or whatever. All these people could come up with all these numbers, but how do you know those are the real numbers? Tito in the building, good looking out, my brother. I appreciate that. People from all sides want to take away T.O. shine without earning it. T.O. is undisputed and will be the A side against anyone in the lightweight division. We're going to be talking about that just in a little bit. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Oh, man. See, I just got to keep it real. You know what I'm saying? See, that's why I say, and on my the integrity of this channel of Punch Drunk Boxing is that we break things down unbiasedly, logically, and objectively. Logically. That's the word of the day. Logically. That's the word of the day. That's the word of the day, folks. Logically. It seems like a lot of people out there might not know what logically is. Oh, man. Logically, in a way that shows clear, sound reasoning. Logically. In a way that is expected or sensible under the circumstances. Logically. Different meanings, same-ish. He said, let it be. Shout out to all the fathers in the sport of boxing. Everybody prominent. Fatherhood is prominent in the sport of boxing. What's good, Mr. Sister? What's good, Michael? What's good? Anthony? What's good? Stop this obscenity. It's absolutely criminal. We should all know Clubber Lang is the A side. Yes. Ducking. Rocky was ducking. Clubber Lang was so scary, Mickey caught a heart attack. Died. All because of Clubber Lang. Yeah, damn. But good looking out, Tito. Good looking out. Punch Drunk. What's good? Mini Max Boxing in the building. What's good, man? Subscribe to Mini Max Boxing immediately, I say. Lewis in the building. What's good? So let's just break it down. Let's break it down with the numbers that they're giving us. Only with the numbers that they're giving us, right? Forget about it. Just let's go about with the numbers that they're giving us. Okay, so letter Ellaby says that, and a lot of people believe this. A lot of people believe that, Gervonta Tank Davis is the A side. Okay, let's just break it down together. Let's break it down a little bit together. We don't have to be wrong or right, because in the end of the day, we're not in the business of boxing. And look, I'm not trying to be on some naive and shit and try to try to know more than what the business people in the business of boxing explain to us. But let's just put our thinking caps on. Like in kindergarten, they used to say, put your thinking caps on. Put your thinking caps on. So I want everybody out there to put your thinking caps on. All right? Y'all already know, maybe you're having a little drinky drink. Get your drink right now. Get a shot, get rum, get wine, get water, get pop, get soda, get toilet water, whatever that's your thing. Get toilet water and stuff like that. Whatever you need to drink, come drink with Punch Drunk right now, and let's figure all this stuff out. So, what's good, Jet? Jesus Garcia, ¿cómo está? Jesse in the building, what's good? Lenny, what's good? ¿Qué lo que, mi hermano? Hey. So, Lela LB says that Teofimo Lopez and his pops is delusional. Delusional because they say they're the A side. Lela LB was explaining, also, I think it was fight hype, right? He was also explaining that Teo is the A side on the business side, but it's definitely the best out of the three. Teo hasn't had a fight on pay-per-view. Ooh, let's get it. That's what I'm getting to that, my brother. I'm getting to that. Okay, let's just say this. Just because you are a pay-per-view, you did a pay-per-view, that doesn't mean you are a pay-per-view star. Just because you did pay-per-view, that doesn't mean you a pay-per-view star. And just because you did 200,000 buys does not mean that's a pay-per-view success. Okay, so not just because you're a pay-per-view, that doesn't mean you're a pay-per-view star. And 200,000 doesn't seem or doesn't hear it's not a pay-per-view success. Come on, man. I think we old enough to understand that what's a pay-per-view success and what is not. Mike Tyson did an exhibition, right? 1.6 million to 200,000. We know what success is. We know what a failure is, right? Right? But you on pay-per-view, okay. Yo, there's a lot of wrestling federations and stuff like that. I'm not even talking about the WWE. There's a lot of stuff that's on pay-per-view as well. Do you know that? And we don't know nothing about it. Just because it's a pay-per-view, that doesn't mean it's a pay-per-view success. That doesn't mean you're a star. You're just pay-per-view, okay? Right? Okay, can we get that? Alberto, símelo, señor. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. I appreciate that, man. God bless you, my brother. Alberto. I think we agree on that, right? I think we agree on that. That 200 buys is not a pay-per-view success, right? But okay, you want to say pay-per-view star, that's not a pay-per-view star, that's not a pay-per-view success. In the same year, we understood right there in our faces that was a pay-per-view star and was a pay-per-view event. Gervonta Tank Davis versus Leo Santa Cruz was a pay-per-view event. That doesn't mean they're pay-per-view stars. They want to say the numbers don't lie, right? So let's go by the numbers, ladies and gentlemen. They say the numbers, Lela Ellaby said in that interview that the numbers don't lie. So let's just go with a couple of numbers here, right, buddy? All right. Now, we all agree that we didn't feel that Gervonta Tank Davis and Leo Santa Cruz was a pay-per-view type of event, right? A lot of people, before that, when we heard that it was going to be pay-per-view, everybody was tight. Everybody was tight. There was people out there that was like, I ain't going to pay for that. I know a lot of people that are hardcore boxing fans that said, I wouldn't pay for that. Punch, I was watching Reggie O on according to him, Latinos had to fight African-American fighters to be great. Whoa. We could get to that. We could get to that because I ain't going nowhere no time soon. Men lie, women lie, numbers don't lie. I say women lie, men lie, and numbers lie. You see, people listen to too much Jay-Z and think that you got to believe in everything, right? It was a saying, Jay, women lie, men lie, numbers don't. Question is, who invented numbers? Who invented numbers? Who tells you how much the numbers are? Does numbers come out of nowhere and say, one, I'm two? So, you see, I'm not within this type of culture that a rapper could tell me anything and I'm gonna say the same shit over and over. Men lie, women lie, but numbers don't. Who creates numbers? Who invented numbers? Men. Okay, all right, we got that, right? Men created numbers. So yes, women lie, men lie, and numbers do lie. They lie. Okay. So here, there's a lesson for everybody today. Now you go take it back into your community and your circle and stuff like that, and be like, "Yo, my man, why you keep?" Because a lot of people say that shit. A lot of people say that. Am I right or wrong? Right? Men lie, women lie. LB said it himself. When men lie, women lie, and numbers don't. Who invented numbers? Men lie. Okay, we got that together, right? I think we're on the same page, right? Logics, right? We all here, right? Again, Punch Drum Boxing, we break things down unbiasedly, logically, and objectively, right? Cool. Okay. Now, they said, Sand pulled a lot of the pay-per-view numbers. Okay. So let LB talking about numbers, right? Now, let's just break it down. Let's break it down scientifically, right? Scientifically, right? In our own scientifically way, right? So, how much was the viewership of Lomachenko and Teofimo Lopez? 4.2 million. Wow. 4.2 million. No numbers, no viewership since Thurman and Josecito Lopez 2019 that did 3 million pay-per-view. I mean, viewership, I'm sorry. 4.2 viewership. Now, let me debunk this right quick. But it was Lomachenko. You and I know that Lomachenko's numbers are not successful. And especially the work that Top Rank has done to build Lomachenko, the number hasn't translated until the investment, right? It hasn't, right? Punch, it was free. I'm going to get to that, Brown. I'm going to get to that. 4.2 million viewership. Now, even Lomachenko said, because we already know who carried the promotion. Who carried that fight? Who carried the promotion of that fight? It was not Lomachenko. Lomachenko did nothing to promote that fight. Matter of fact, let's take it a step further. Lomachenko said it himself in an interview that Teofimo Lopez will do all the promotions. Talking about facts here, right? Let's talk about facts here, right? Okay. So we all know that Teofimo Lopez did all of the work promoting that fight. Going to ESPN, going to First Take, doing all the interviews, talking all the shit. The Teofimo Lopez did everything in promoting that fight. Now, let's take it back to Lomachenko and Linares. How much did Lomachenko and Linares this? Just so I could debunk that. People say it was Lomachenko that actually bragged that. So I could debunk that right quick. Lomachenko and Linares did 1.7 viewership, right? 1.7 million viewership, 1.4 to 1.7 viewership. From 1 point, and that was main event. So from 1.7 to 4.2 million. 1.7, Linares Lomachenko, Teofimo, Linares Lomachenko, 1.7. Lomachenko Teofimo, 4.2 million. Now, I'll ask another question. If these three fights would have all gone pay-per-view, Ryan Garcia, Luke Campbell, Teofimo Lomachenko, Gervonta Tank Davis, Leo Santa Cruz on the same day, which fight would you pay for pay-per-view? If Gervonta Tank Davis versus Leo Santa Cruz, Lomachenko, Teofimo, Ryan Garcia, Luke Campbell, if all of them came on the same day at the same time, which pay-per-view fight would you have bought? I'll wait for just a minute. I'll just wait for just a minute. I just want you to answer me. Let's have a conversation here in the comment box, in the comment chat. Let's go. If all of those fights was at the same time, which pay-per-view would you have bought? Vasyl Lomachenko versus Teofimo Lopez? Gervonta Tank Davis versus Leo Santa Cruz? Or Ryan and Campbell? Which fight you would have bought? Okay, I'm sorry, Tito. You can add that one in. Haney and Gamboa. Add Haney and Gamboa too to that. Because, of course, we're talking about the lightweight division and people saying they're A-side and they got more money and all that. Everybody, right? Let's go. No. Not Marlo. Not Marlo. We're talking about the fight. Don't mention no Loma Tio. Answer the damn question. Just answer my question. If on the same day, what would you have bought? Exactly. I think I gave it a minute. I think this is self-explanatory. Because the only fight that we've been waiting for, right, and people asked for, was actually Teofimo Lopez and Vasyl Lomachenko. We didn't ask for Gervonta Tank Davis and Leo Santa Cruz. We didn't even ask for Ryan and Campbell. We asked for Ryan. The fans asked for Ryan to step his opponent up. That's it. It could have been Javier Fortuna, and it would have been good. It would have been Linares. It would have been good. It would have been Akatani. Would have been good. Right? It was Luke Campbell. Good. You know what surprised us? What surprised us was that Lomachenko and Teofimo Lopez was free. Every hardcore boxing fans was surprised that was for free. You remember? Everybody that did every single person that was a boxing content creator, every boxing fan was like, yo, it's gonna be for free. This fight for free. And what we were saying after that? And Gervonta Tank Davis and Leo Santa Cruz, the pay-per-view, I don't know if we're going to pay for that. Right? Let's keep it real. Let's keep it honest. Now, Lela Ellaby says about, but has he done a pay-per-view? Let me tell you like this. If that fight would have happened May 30th, remember, it was supposed to be a pay-per-view event, May 30th, in which Teofimo Lopez would have gotten $3 million. $3 million, that would have been more than what Gervonta Tank Davis would have made. There would have been more pay-per-view buys, let's be real, let's be honest. Then we wouldn't be talking about this A-side-ish. You know and I know that if Lomachenko and Teofimo Lopez would have gone pay-per-view, you know it would have done way better numbers than Gervonta Tank Davis and Leo Santa Cruz. Because that's a fight that the fans was asking for. And when the fans ask for a fight, that's when people pay for pay-per-view, really. The reason why the numbers are not good with the Charlos is because we didn't ask it for it to be pay-per-view. The reason why Leo Santa Cruz and Gervonta Tank Davis wasn't a success because we didn't ask for the pay-per-view. But this is what we asked for, and it wasn't even pay-per-view. But you and I know if that fight was pay-per-view, we was already ready to pay for that shit. The money was on deck to pay for that. See, this is when they trying to now make you believe that a person is a side, or a person make more money and a person is more this, because they know and we know the logical ones in the sport of boxing. If May 30th would have came along and that would have been a pay-per-view, then that would have said that Teofimo Lopez had his first pay-per-view event first than Gervonta Tank Davis. His purse would have been more. As a matter of fact, his purse, Teofimo Lopez's purse was actually even more. The only thing that Gervonta Tank Davis made more money in Teofimo Lopez was the back end of the pay-per-view, because it was a pay-per-view. But let's not act. Let's not act. Exactly. Shout out to Ring IQ. Subscribe to Ring IQ. Facts. I was down to pay for the Lopez and Loma. Everybody was down to pay for that fight. That wasn't even a question. I never met anybody that says, man, I don't know if I'll pay for that fight. I don't know. Good looking out, man. I appreciate it, my brother. I appreciate it, man. God bless you, my brother. So we know that we was going to pay for that fight. Now let's go with numbers, right? Let's go with the numbers that's out there, because technically we know that we don't know exactly the real accurate numbers when it comes to the sport of boxing. We so gullible, and we so and like I said earlier in the intro, is that boxing fans are the most misinformed. I'm not going to say stupid, and I'm not going to say delusional, because you can't be delusional like that. We're the most misinformed fans of all of sports. Like I said earlier, we know the NBA. We know their contracts. We know when they should get their contracts. We know exactly what the 10-day. We know how minimum the veteran minimum. We know everything about the other respective sports. When it comes to boxing, we don't know shit. Let's be real. Let's be honest. That's because we're stupid. Not because we don't know shit. It's because we're misinformed, right? How can we know something that they don't really tell us? So let's go with numbers, right? Let's go with numbers. To see who's really the A side. Because when we're talking about A side, we're talking about boxing. We're talking about boxing, right? We're not talking about who's more popular on Instagram, who's more popular on Twitter. Because if you want to talk about, because this is what it is. If we want to say that the A side is, let's say, Ryan Garcia, or it's Gervonta Tank Davis, if we want to say they're the A side because they got more popularity, then you know what? It's Chris Brown, the dancer, the singer, is going to come to boxing and say, you know what? I'm going to call out Devin Haney, and I'm going to be the A side because everybody knows me. No. When we talk about the A side, we're going to talk about boxing. Boxing success, boxing numbers. Boxing success and boxing numbers. Then there's going to be people out there that's going to be like, oh, but let's see Teofimo Lopez numbers versus Richard Comey. Teofimo Lopez versus Richard Comey peaked at what? What did it peak at? Let's see. What did it peak at? Hold on. What did they say? It peaked at 1.4 million. You know that Gervonta Tank Davis fight never peaked in the millions? There's going to be people out there be like, well, that's Showtime, and ESPN is ESPN, and there's Showtime. I don't give a damn. That's his fault that he's on Showtime, not mine. Women lie, men lie, but numbers don't, right? Okay, let's talk about numbers. I don't give a damn if you was on Showtime. That's your business. You decided to go to Showtime. This man decided to sign with Top Rank, and now they're ESPN. So let's talk about numbers. Don't justify it now. Yeah, for those that want to right quick and say, but that's Showtime. Well, sorry. 1.4 million viewership. Richard Comey. They're about to debunk it. He said, but yo, Teofimo Lopez never been in a main event. Let's talk about that event because I'm from New York. That event, put it this way, people felt that Teofimo Lopez and Richard Comey should have been the main event in that card with Bud Crawford versus Mean Machine. People felt that. That should have been the main event. Matter of fact, people felt that should have been its own card. That Teofimo Lopez should have been separate from Bud Crawford and Mean Machine. If everybody remember, he said Tank is the ASAP. Okay, hold on. So Tank Davis, let's see. Tank Davis. Now, Gervonta Tank Davis versus Gamboa, what it did? 600,000, right? Viewership. Before that, 500 plus thousand, 100,000 versus Nunez. Still haven't cracked the millions. Teofimo Lopez did. So, if we want to talk about numbers and talk about viewership, now Teofimo Lopez might not be, and let me go to this too. You know what's the difference between these guys is? I'm gonna say it was a difference between these guys. And shout out to Ryan Garcia because he does this thing in social media platform. Cool. This is not to degrade nobody. But we're gonna talk about A side, right? And then we also we're gonna talk about emphasizing on if belts are important, what you bring into the table, because of course. In the interview as well, they asked him, so what you bring it to the table? And he always has to catch himself because he's about to say, well, belts don't mean it. But if he says that, then he's going to devalue the other guys like his own boy Floyd Mayweather. So you can't degrade. You can't devalue belts. He said couple belts. No, that's only 2 belts. He has several belts. Let's just be clear with that one. Hold on. My fault. Damn. Let's just be clear with that, right? So Gervonta Tank Davis versus Nunez was 500,000 millions. Not 500,000, 500,000 viewership versus Gamboa 600,000 viewership. I'm going to talk about boxing. Now, the difference between these guys is Gervonta Tank Davis. Does Gervonta Tank Davis promote himself? Let's look at Gervonta Tank Davis work as a commodity, as him promoting himself. No. Did he get a boost? You remember boost? You remember that, like when you used to play, you boost somebody up and you put, you know what I'm saying? He put his foot there and then you boost him up so he could go climb the fire escape or whatever you doing. You know, we playing manhunt. Yo, let me give you a boost. Yo, go jump. Boom. Remember that shit? Okay. Gervonta Tank Davis is a product of the most lucrative boxer that ever lived. The most relevant voice around the world, other than Mike Tyson, is Floyd Mayweather. Guess what? That's who gave Gervonta Tank Davis the boost. You think it was just Gervonta Tank Davis by himself? No. You got to worry about the 2 guys that he's with. The 2 guys that he's been with since he got into the mainstream or got into the scene, put it that way, was Broner and Floyd Mayweather. Their fan base, mega big fan base, is Gervonta Tank Davis fan base. It was not that he just carried it by himself. It's just not that people just, oh my God, knew Gervonta Tank Davis, from the amateurs. No. Let's not forget who gave him the boost. And that's a good boost. Adrian Broner, Floyd Mayweather. Introduce you Gervonta Tank Davis. Gervonta Tank Davis did pretty well, pretty good in performance wise. But who's the guy that will take the damn mic away, snatch the mic away from Gervonta? Don't you talk. It's me, Floyd Mayweather. You remember when he went to the UK and fought? Gervonta Tank Davis, nobody even asked him there was the press conference and nobody even asked him about Tank Davis a question. I actually did a video about that. Nobody asked him about Tank Davis no question. It was all about Floyd Mayweather. The number was boosted because of Floyd, not because, and I'm not going to say nothing Gervonta Tank Davis because he has developed that type of buzz himself, but the boost. Now, don't think that he's not a product of that. Don't think that Ryan Garcia is not a product of Golden Boy, Oscar de la Hoya, and Canelo Alvarez. He did his thing. He does his thing, though. He does his thing, but don't think that boost of a Oscar de la Hoya and a Canelo Alvarez next to you boosts your likes up or your following. Let me ask y'all a question. Who's that megastar next to Teofimo Lopez? Who's his boost? See, the difference between Teofimo Lopez, Gervonta Tank Davis is the Lopez promoted themselves. The Lopez got to where they at because of their mouth, because of their performance and their mouth. They didn't have a Floyd Mayweather to pump them up. They didn't have an Oscar de la Hoya, Canelo Alvarez to pump them up. Not even ESPN pumped them up. They didn't have it. There is no type of, he's the next Julio Cesar Chavez or the next Roberto Duran. No. Even the Timothy Bradleys of the world and the Andre Ward was snubbing Teofimo Lopez. If you've been following if you've been following them like for 2 to 3 years, you understand what I'm trying to say. Honduras, shout out to Honduras, but you already know that's not a mega boxing fan base also. It's not like he's Mexican, right? You can't go with the Mexican fan base, right? So any hype that this man got was pure this and his own mouth. This and his own mouth. Now, can you imagine Floyd Mayweather, Teofimo Lopez Sr., and Teofimo Lopez on the same team? If you think Gervonta Tank Davis is that, famous, twice as that, because he don't got the mouth. You see how Andre Broner got hot with his mouth, but chilling with Floyd Mayweather, and to this day, Broner will still be relevant because of the way that he promoted, but also the boost of this type of fan base that Floyd Mayweather got. Right? It's almost, don't forget who gave Earl Spence the boost. Floyd Mayweather. If Thurman didn't call Floyd Mayweather and Floyd Mayweather didn't say, yo, you gotta, Thurman, if you want me, you better fight Earl Spence. And remember, that's when everybody be like, who's Earl Spence? Oh, Floyd Mayweather. All right. I'll watch that guy. There was no co-signers for Teofimo. Let's be real. Let's be honest. It's not about me just giving Teofimo Lopez the credit. I'm just being real about it. Now, I'm not telling you who's the A-side yet. I just want to be fair. Let's have all this into consideration, right? Ryan Garcia's popularity has to do with everything but fighting. Now he's getting there. Transitioning to the social media, to what he does in the ring and things of that nature. Gervonta Tank Davis has done well with the boost that he got. Teofimo Lopez has done well, especially performing where ESPN 4.2 million and things of that nature. Now, the question is, does popularity more important than accomplishments? Popularity, hardware. Belts, or popularity, because if it's all about popularity, this is the reason why Jake Paul and KSI and Logan Paul would just take over boxing, if that's what you think. If there's a popularity contest that y'all seen, you're gonna see boxing and accomplishment gonna be watered down, because you're the type of people that be like, well, he is the A side because he got more Twitter followers and more social media followers, and he gotta be the A side. He gotta be it. But look at Instagram. Look, even my girl know he is. Look. And we go let Devin Haney as well. Devin Haney's with the zone. Look, Ryan Garcia, how many viewership he got? Oh, you don't know. You know why? Because the zone ain't gonna let you they ain't gonna let you know. So how do you know? How do you know how much Devin Haney done? How do you know what Ryan Garcia done? How many numbers? What's the numbers? We don't know. How many subscribers have the zone made when Ryan Garcia or Devin Haney has fought after the fight? How many subscribers they have? You know, how many memberships? How do you know? We don't know. Men lie, women lie, and numbers lie too. Why? Because it's invented by men. And if men lie, then numbers lie too. Hold on, folks. Hold on. Let Pepe sing a little tune for y'all. Let Pepe sing a little tune for y'all. You know, a little short 5 seconds intermission. Let Pancho, I'm sorry, Pepe. I'm sorry. Pancho in the building. Let Pancho sing a little tune for y'all, because he's ready. He's already, you know, he's fixing his vocals up. Pancho want to sing a tune for everybody out there. Pancho, sing a tune for all the ladies and gentlemen out there in the Drunky Nation, baby. Sing a tune, Pancho.
Sunny stormy, rainy night is slow. Saturday night means me, had a muddy bone. What do you mean? A screaming when I'm low. Rainy started showman, running 90 feet.
Pancho! Aplauso pa Pancho. ¿Qué? Dale un tipo, algo, que ese tipo sabe cantar muy bueno. Dale un aplauso a Pancho. ¿Qué? Vamos. Respeten a Pancho ahí, que on the next fight, he's going to sing the national anthem. Pancho, very good. He's very good. He said, Barbershop Jr., I hate that dude. Oh, Diablo. Why you hate Pancho, man? He's just a good guy that sings very, very good for us. Huh? Yeah, they be hating on Pancho, man. Pancho just trying to sing, man. Just trying to give you a little good tune, man. And he's still hating on Pancho, huh? Barbershop Jr. hating on Pancho, huh? Okay, mira. And it's almost the same thing with Bud Crawford. See, the fans get it mixed up with this pay-per-view, this A-side stuff, right? That's why we're not getting Bud Crawford and Earl Spence, right? Because one guy believes that he's the A-side, and the other says they're not the A-side. And this A-side bullshit, and the 60-40 stuff, because somebody believes they're the A-side, because they done pay-per-view. I'm going to say it again. Anybody could do pay-per-view. Is it a pay-per-view success? If you're giving me numbers like 200,000, 300,000, and people got faith over that. People was like, you know, but it's a different time. Edward, good looking out, my brother. They make us a different time. So, you know, 300,000 pay-per-view is good. And 300 is good. Is around this time. Nobody's going to do 1 million in boxing. And here comes Mike Tyson to do an exhibition with Roy Jones Jr., a hug fest with Nate Robinson and Jake Paul, and they crack 1.6 million. No. You know what it tells me? That you could do 1 million if you was a real star. See, Mike Tyson exposed those that say that, well, you know, it's not the same anymore. We're living in a different world. We're living in a different time. You know, nobody's making these type of numbers, so 600,000 is good. No. Mike Tyson at 54 and this guy at 51 exposed that is not true. That is not true. He exposed that 300,000 and 200,000 is a failure. It is not a pay-per-view star. You are not a pay-per-view star. You just had a pay-per-view event. That's it. You're not a pay-per-view star. Let's keep it real. Let's keep it honest. Don't be faked. Good. Pay-per-view. And guess what? I'm going to buy your next pay-per-view. But I'm going to tell you in your face, you're not a pay-per-view star. And that's not a pay-per-view event for me. A pay-per-view star, a pay-per-view fight should be a fight that the masses ask for. The fight that we want to see, because the fight that we want to see, we're going to pay for it. Look, I'm going to fight the fight app right now. And I'm going to tell you like this. Look. And this is what I mean. Watch. Hold on. Okay. What is it? Deacon Conquest 2. You know these guys? Do you know these guys? No. Guess what? It's on pay-per-view. $8, but it's on pay-per-view. Are they pay-per-view stars? And it looks like they're probably from India. Yeah, it's an Indian. Look. Yeah. It says the event features the best boxers in India. It's pay-per-view. Hold on, let me put it. $7.99. It's pay-per-view though. Do you know these guys? How about they come and be like, I don't want to fight. I don't want to fight Gervonta Davis. I don't want to fight Gervonta Davis. What do you mean? Who you? Who you? I mean, who you? Who you? What do you mean it's me? I am a pay-per-view star. What this dude talking about? What this dude? Yeah, I'm the A side. I am the A side, I said. I did pay-per-view. My numbers were better than yours, my friend. People gonna be like, what the fuck? Who's these guys? Who's these guys? I'm the A side. No, I said I'm the A side, my friend. I'm the A side. I'd have more pay-per-view numbers than you, my friend. I'm the A side. You see, people say hating. I look, my friends, logically, objectively, I am telling you, just because they're on pay-per-view, that doesn't make you a pay-per-view star. Anybody could do a pay-per-view, but can you have a successful pay-per-view? So I'm giving you facts here, guys, that look, I'm not playing around. This is facts right here. Go to Fight. You got Fight. Cause this is why I buy my pay-per-view. If I want to use my phone, matter of fact, the Gervonta Tank David Lego Santa Cruz, I bought it here on Fight, the app Fight. And I fell asleep. But after Fight Hype, right? Not Fight Hype. I'm talking about the app Fight. FITE. I buy my pay-per-view in this service. That's why I bought the Mike Tyson in this service. I didn't bought it from Thriller. I bought it from Fight. But it tells me a lot of fights outside of the country, whether it's wrestling, because I also watch wrestling too, and I just don't watch the WWE. Ring of Honors and stuff like that. I buy the Ring of Honors in Fight. He said, yo, good looking out, Benny Blanco from the Bronx. New York is where the real from. Haney from San Francisco. He said, nah, fam, I disagree respectfully. I am telling you, my friend, I'm a pay-per-view star. Who you fought last time? Who did you fight last time? He goes argue with Javante Tank Davis. Javante Tank Davis, my man, who you fought? Who did you fight? I didn't see it in my country. Man, what do you mean you ain't seen it? I did not see your fight in my country. How many pay-per-view fight that you did? How many pay-per-view viewership? What did it watch? 200,000? 200,000? What is that? What is that? Huh? I didn't come from India, my friend. What are you talking about, Javante Davis? I am the A side. You talking about 200,000? These motherfuckers. My friend, what are you talking about? 200,000. Is that success for you? Is that a success for you, my friend? How much did you charge? For what? I fought Leo Santa Cruz. Who is Leo Santa Cruz, my friend? I don't know that. Oh, this is what it is. This is what it is. Okay, I'll tell you like this. This is what it is, my friend. You think, because you're in America, that America is the whole world. Motherfuckers, America is not everything, motherfucker. There is a whole world outside of America. There is pay-per-view outside of America, my friend. What the fuck are you talking about? 200 pay-per-view is not good. It's not good pay-per-view, my friend. Come to India and I will show you what a good pay-per-view is. And I will charge only $8. $8. And I will show you that the people in America will love $8 pay-per-view to watch me fight rather than your fucking ass. And I don't need Floyd Mayweather in my hip to sell a fight for me. So this is just to tell y'all. This is just to tell y'all that just because you did a pay-per-view, that does not make you a pay-per-view star. Right? Just because you're on pay-per-view doesn't make you a pay-per-view star. So when, let's say, Leonard Ellaby goes, well, yo, Jesse, good looking out, Jesse. Good looking out, Jesse. So when Leonard Ellaby says, well, I said, India has 1 billion people and not one world champ. Maybe I don't want to be a one world champ. I just want to be a champion in India. You think I'm going to pay sanctioning fees to a guy named Mauricio Suderman? What the fuck is that? There is a world outside of America, folks. There is a world outside of America. In America, they will tell you that the NFL is probably the #1 sport. But guess what? We don't know what the fuck is football or the San Francisco 49ers. We've never heard of them. You go to Tokyo, they don't know that. You go to Africa, they don't know that either. What the fuck is the NFL? I only watch the NFL to see that fucking halftime show anyway. We'd have cricket World Series here. Cricket is our sport, my friend. Good looking up. Who named this sports and organization San Francisco 49ers? What the fuck is 49ers? Good looking out, just. Black and brown boxing in the middle. What's good, man? Raider, what's good? In India, they are busy competing to see who can clean up your PC faster. What do you do for a living? You play sports? You play with a ball and you go back and forth and you try to score. What the fuck is that? Yeah, that's not a fucking fault. You wear the helmet, you wear the patch, and you want to rack, and then you want to fall, and you're trying to keep me from scoring to the line and the yards and things like that. What the fuck is that? What the fuck is that? You think everybody really in love with America? That's what it is. A lot of people think that America still sets the tone. America does not set the tone for everything, man. I'm telling you, people need to get out from America to see that America is not the shit that you think it is. It's not what it is, bro. And I'm gonna give you something. I'm gonna give you something real right here. And you're gonna think like, yo, you against America, but what is it, Punch? What is it, Punch? Let me give you something about America, and let me give you something about the sport of boxing. America is the one that has softened the sport of boxing. We are the ones that actually have put the ounce of gloves, more cushion in it, more ounces. We're the one that's trying to that brought the 15 rounds lower. We're the one that's actually making boxing a beta sport, little by little. That's why when they argue about the gloves in the UK in America, let's say Tyson Fury was using the glove of the UK and there is not there anymore. You know what I'm saying? And he branded the glove of the UK that in America. He should bring it. Why he bring it? I mean, in America they can't use it. It's kind of soft, and then it has less cushion. And then look at the history of boxing. America has softened the sport of boxing. America, and we're just talking about boxing here. Anyway, let's just move on. Just move on. Boxing fan was good. So good that they're doing pay-per-view and they're getting their money, but doesn't mean because, for example, Earl Spence is doing pay-per-view, and then all of a sudden you're going to run with an argument and say, well, Bud, he shouldn't get more than Earl Spence because Earl Spence did pay-per-view. So he got to be the A side. Let me see it like this. Bud Crawford, his purse has been in the mills. His guaranteed purse is more than anybody in the PBC minus Manny Pacquiao. Bud Crawford's guaranteed purse is more than anybody else in the welterweight division in the PBC aside from Manny Pacquiao. So what do you want Bud Crawford to do, businessmen out there? Because when we're talking about numbers, we're talking about A-side and stuff like that. So I'm just bringing some type of, you want him to take less? Do you know that you're going to have to pay Bud Crawford if he fights? My son's English teacher, he's still going to make $4.4 million for that fight. He's still going to make $4 million for that fight. He ain't trying to leave. They under contract. And they got to pay that man. They want him to leave. They got to pay that man. Bud Crawford's next fight, you going to see Bobby a ring mad. You fucking Bud. Yeah, fucking here, motherfucker. Here's this fucking $4 million, you fuck. Bud Crawford ain't mad. Bud Crawford signed the contract. Now, what fans want, and I've said it before, what fans want is for Bud to sign with PBC, because if he one of these fights, sign with PBC and get these fights. That's what us fans that want to dictate a man's purse, a man's pockets, how he takes care of his family, and all of that. We want to dictate all of that. But in reality, his guaranteed purse is $4 million, 4.4 to be precise. He's been getting his purse is more than Earl Spence. His guaranteed purse. So whether it's 110 that he did with the pay-per-view with Amir Khan wasn't successful, all these pay-per-view numbers is not successful. They lied to y'all thinking that these are successful numbers. They lied to y'all thinking that this is successful numbers. So they brought that shit down to 300,000 is a good pay-per-view buy, especially now with all these in the internet and these stream and people just, you know. Let me tell you like this. The Mike Tyson shit did 1.6 million and there was people streaming it and nobody was getting flagged for it. And it still did 1.6 million. That's a star, folks. Nah, pay-per-view is not dead. Kelmar, pay-per-view is not dead. It's not dead. You know why it looks like it's dead? It's because they're giving us fights on pay-per-view that the fans ain't asking for. Because I'm going to show you like this. If Bud and Spence fight, people will pay pay-per-view and it wouldn't be no 200,000 because the fans are asking. Pay-per-view was supposed to be a fight that the fans are asking for. The numbers aren't the same because nobody was asking for Gervonta Tank Davis, Legal Santa Cruz. Nobody's asking for Danielson Garcia and Earl Spence. Nobody's asking for Bud and Amir Khan. That's why it's not success, but pay-per-view still lives on. Think about it. Pay-per-view is still there. It is not dead. It's just in a coma right now. And pay-per-view is like this. Hey, pay-per-view. Hey, wake up. Wake up, pay-per-view. Yo, we want you to work. We want you to work. We want you to work, sir. What the fuck you want? I'm almost too fucking old for this shit. What do you want? Hey, wake up. There's a fight. Gervonta Tank Davis, Leo Santa Cruz. You waking me up for that shit? Hell fucking no. Fuck out of here. Hey, all right. Guess who's back? You haven't seen him in a long time. The fuck you want? The fuck? I'm pay-per-view. This is pay-per-view right here. What the fuck you want? Hey, guy, pay-per-view. You haven't seen this man in a long time, man. He's back. What the fuck you want? You keep on waking me up. Huh? You woke me up to fucking a Charlo and shit like that. I ain't fucking waking up. You wake me up for this? What do you want? You haven't seen him in a long time. Your old friend. Who the fuck? Your old friend. Mike Tyson. Get the fuck out of here. Where the fuck is he, huh? Tell him to come in! Tell him to come in! Iron Mike Tyson? I thought that guy was dead somewhere. What the fuck? Tell him to come right in! That's pay-per-view. That's pay-per-view. It's not that that pay-per-view is dead. Pay-per-view is alive. It's just in a coma sleeping. It's not gonna wake up for it ain't gonna wake up for no bullshit. I tell you, pay-per-view's gonna wake up. Bud and Spence, yeah. Hey, pay-per-view. We got this little Manny Pacquiao. Little Manny Pacquiao's here. What the fuck is Manny Pacquiao? That's my guy. Where you at? Where you at, little Manny Pacquiao? I'll work. I want to wake up for that. Pay-per-view, wake up. Lomachenko and Teofimo Lopez is not going to need you. But what? I want to work, though. That's something good. I'll work for that. They don't need me. Damn, man, I'll make wonders with that. Who's the real A-side? A real A-side is a mixture of what you bring to the table in terms of accomplishments and also notoriety and somebody that could sell. It's a combination of being an A-side. It's a combination. Now, could Gervonta Tank Davis be an A-side? He could be an A-side. Could Teofimo Lopez be an A-side? He could be the A-side. Could Devin Haney be the A-side? Not now. Not when it comes to mix and matching with them. The good thing about Devin Haney is that he's his own boss. And he got a promotional company. And he'll get paid probably more because he's his own boss and got an own promotional company, and that he's not signed to a promotional company. He's partnering up with a promotional company. But in terms of A-side, if you're going to say Ryan Garcia and Gervonta Tank Davis, what you're telling the whole world is that not being accomplished in the lightweight division, we're talking about the lightweight division right now, in the lightweight division, that the guy that has most of the gold and the accomplishments is not worth more. That's right there doing the kind of disservice. Maybe we need to change the terminology of an A-side to you're just more popular. When we talk about boxing, the guy that's more popular shouldn't be called the A-side. Not in boxing. Not in boxing. Because if for that, then you're going to say Jake Paul is the A-side. And we all know we wouldn't like to hear that. Versus any elite fighters, Jake Paul would not be the A-side. He'll be the more popular. He could be the one that's driving the money to come. But do you want Jake Paul to tell you what gloves to use? Or are you going to tell Jake Paul what type of glove to use? Because that's the A-side though. The A-side is going to be like, we're going to fight for this much weight. I'm going to put the rehydration clause. That's the A-side. So do you think that Jake Paul will be the A-side to any elite fighters? Do you want Jake Paul to call the shots on the elite fighter? Because if it's about popularity and who makes the most money, then Jake Paul will be the A-side versus Triple G. Will Jake Paul be the A-side? Is he going to call the shots? Is he going to tell you what glove to use? Rehydration clause? See, A-side is that A-side shit that's messing up. It's that A-side shit that's messing up. It's not no fucking A-side. There got to be some type of integrity when it comes to the sport of boxing. The problem is also in the sport of boxing, the guys within the sport of boxing doesn't have no integrity into the damn sport. There is no moral, there's no principle. And there's going to be people out there that are going to be like, yo, but Punch, what are you talking about? This is boxing we're talking about. It's not built off principles and morals. This is boxing. It's built off corruption. It's built off robbery. This is boxing. What do you mean, Punch Drunk, you want moral and principle? What the fuck you think this is? You think this was built off morals and principles? Damn, I get it. Oh, fuck. I get it. But how about the fans keep the principles and keep the morals, huh? How about that? I think we have the power to do that. Do you think that fans have power in the sport of boxing? Do you think that we can entice some type of fights? Can we entice these promoters to do certain things? We can. You know why we can? Because it's the reason why Ryan Garcia and Gervonta Tank Davis is said to be the best and the most lucrative fight, because the fans speak. Because even with legendary fighters like Oscar De La Hoya that was downplaying it, that Instagram followers doesn't transition into butt seats. And Instagram followers, remember they was all singing that tune, right? Ellerby was singing that tune. Oscar De La Hoya was singing that tune. A lot of people were singing that tune until they had to rethink that. And now they saying what the young guys are saying. Out of now, Oscar De La Hoya, who said last week that Ryan Garcia don't need them, they need Ryan Garcia. It went to that point where now Ellerby and Oscar De La Hoya tells you that these guys look at the social media and look, he got more Instagram and more Twitter followers. Punch, all the A side and B sides don't matter as long as your fighter comes out with the W. Yeah. But the fights is not going to be made if we do not keep it real with the people. Because it's that A side, B side, it's that 60-40, it's that 70-30 that is holding these fights. And if the masses doesn't wake up and be like, no, man, you better fight. What you talking about? You don't deserve that. You ain't the damn A side, man. You ain't bringing nothing to the table. Yes, I am. I'm bringing a bunch of my Instagram followers. And no, you ain't bringing nothing to the table, man. You ain't bringing no damn accomplishment. You ain't bringing no damn belt. The best fight. Why we want to see the heavyweight division? Why we want to see Anthony Joshua versus Tyson Fury? Since the belts don't matter anymore, huh? Why we want to see that fight? Because it's the best of the best. But no, we want to see a undisputed heavyweight fight. Take the belts away, and it will be a good fight, but it wouldn't be what it's supposed to be. Let's be real. Let's be real. It's big because it's the best fighting the best, but it's also what they bringing into the table, man. The goal they bringing into the table. That's what counts. Accomplishments, legacy. Gervonta Tank Davis versus Ryan Garcia could be the biggest fight in terms of what? Popularity, because legacy is not on the table. It's not on the table. So don't tell me that's the biggest fight. You're watering down accomplishment. You're watering down legacy. And guess what? I'm not going to let that happen. Not on my watch. You're not going to water down legacy. The biggest fight in terms of popularity and accomplishments is against that man that got the gold, that beat the best, that's a lineal champion. And if you're not trying to go for that, you're just going for money, which is great for you and your family, but it's a popularity contest. That's watering down the sport. Fuck it. It's not a sport anymore. It's just business. Thus, I will pay the $8 to see my Indian boxers. All right? And I'm gonna watch Kenny Omega too. Watch my Indian box. Let me see what they're going to fight. Which is this fight right here? Hold on. What fight is this? Let me watch my Indian fight. Hold on. Here we watch my Indian. January 24, we have Deacon Conquest. I will pay for it. January 24, straight from the LB Stadium Boxing Hall in India. Is Deacon Conquest 2. The event features the best boxer in India, my friend. In the main event, Xavier Michaels takes on Vandudu Revundud Tyson, who will come out on top. Xavier Michaels versus Vandudu Vandud Tyson. Nitin Rahil, Hamna Kumar, Shai Humak versus Rinia. Runner for Clinton David. And Dream Singh versus M. Jahasif. I'm gonna watch that fight. I don't give a damn. It's $8, baby. India, the best boxers in India. I will watch January 24th. And I'm gonna do the live commentary on that one. Tune in, ladies and gentlemen. Tune in. I will do the live commentary on Deacon Conquest. Get a pay-per-view. We're gonna see some pay-per-view stars, and it's gonna be for $8, my friend. $8, my friend. Look right here. So everybody can know what's that. Look. Right there. The Deacon Conquest, my friend. And the best Indian boxer for $8, my friend. Cloud fight arrived on a fight on January 24th, straight from LA Stadium. Boxing, my friend. Yeah, shout out to the Indian. They doing their thing, man. Yes, sir. Anybody could do pay-per-view. Anybody could do pay-per-view. Anybody. My Indian brother, how are you doing? Oh, Gene Burgi, how you doing, my friend? The air side is not always the one that sells the most. It's also who is the best. And he's very, very good. You are doing good now. You understand what I'm trying to say? You understand what I'm trying to say, my friend? Who will see Deacon Conquer 2? Conquest. I'm sorry. Deacon Conquest. Who will see Deacon Conquest, my friend? And then one of these fighters is going to come to America. And they're going to see the same shit. Have you ever did pay-per-view in front of a billion of people? Do you know me? No, I don't know you. Do you know me? Do you know me? Because nobody knows you in fucking India. Nobody knows who is Gervonta Davis. Nobody knows who's Ryan Garcia. Nobody knows who's Teofimo Lopez. And this is why also thank you. Come again. Hey, Punch, my Indian brother. Yes, sir. What's up? What's good? What's good, man? Even Tank is sort up front, and he's still laying on Rhino. Yeah, you know when you got that pimple, like, you know when the winter comes and you got that pimple in your nose? That pimple inside of your nose, and you're like, oh, shit. Ah! 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 Make you want to cry. Shit. You ever got that? That pimple inside your nose? I hate that. It seems as though these days the A-side fighter us the most marketable fighter and the ones that is the most popular. Exactly. Now, I'm cool with that. I am cool with that. I am cool with the popularity. It brings, look, I'm cool with bringing more boxing fans. I am cool with that. But it's becoming to a point where we're snubbing accomplishments and only saying, look, the box is doing a disservice to boxing. Like I'm very tired of this divide when it comes to boxing. I'm tired of this Fox. I'm tired of Fox not acknowledging the Bud. I'm tired of the ESPN trying to say that Lomachenko was undefeated. I'm tired of the Zone not trying to mention in the lightweight that they almost forgot to mention Tio in the whole telecast. I'm tired of all the division. It does nothing to boxing, and this is why there is no new fans coming into the sport of boxing. There is no new fans in the sport of boxing. It's the reason why the Zone and Eddie Hearn let and promoted the KSI and Logan Paul. What was their reason? What was their reason to bring more new fans to the sport of boxing? You're hook-winking the people. You don't want new people in the sport of boxing. You just want new people. But they're not going to stay here because they really don't like boxing. You got to attract them the right way. And attracting them the right way is by having the best fights and also the fighters performing well. Thank you, love, man. Thank you, my brother. You're not bringing new fans to the sport of boxing trying to hook-wink people. Because even with the Logan Paul and what was it? The Logan Paul and it was the Logan Paul, the Jake Paul fight. Well, one of them fights. Remember, they had the Devin Haney's on the undercard, which I believe that was a total disrespect in my opinion. That's a total disrespect. I don't give a damn how much money you got off of it. You should have never been on undercard to no damn YouTuber. Come on, man. Come on. I wish no boxer should be no damn undercard. But if you look at that, the fans was booing on almost all the boxing fights. From the professionals, the fans was booing, bro. They was booing on the professional fights, meaning that these fights didn't come into boxing. No new fans came into boxing. There is more blueprints in the sport of boxing where you could succeed. Stop these managers and advisors. You will not lose in your investment because your fighter loses. You're not. Especially, you do not lose in your investments if they're fighting a guy that is like a 50-50 fight. You don't lose your investments on a 50-50 fight. And if your fighter that you invested on loses, Sean Porter doesn't lose stock if he loses to Thurman or loses to Earl Spence. He actually gains more fans. His stock doesn't drop. That's why some people be like, well, Danielson Garcia don't deserve. I don't think he doesn't deserve. You know why? Because he only lost to guys that he was supposed to that he was supposed to lose to if he loses. So your stock don't drop. Your stock drops is when the dude that you were supposed to beat you. You think Canelo Alvarez stock dropped when Floyd Mayweather beat him? No, it ain't drop. Just perform well. You could take that L and you could still, your stock ain't going to drop. Your stock ain't going to drop. And guess what? Guess what? The rematch, and if you redeem yourself, you even go higher. You even go higher. Look at Anthony Joshua. Did he redeem himself? Yes, he did. Yes, he did. Did even Lomachenko redeem himself after the Salido fight and beat Gary Russell Jr.? Yes, he did. Did Charlo redeem himself versus Harrison? Yes, he did. Boxing fans are the most toxic. It's crazy how some channels spin narratives that easily influence certain fans. Yeah. Yeah. Some spin narratives. Some people want to give their perspective, in which could be wrong, it could be right. You know, it could be wrong, it could be right. I could say something on my channel, I believe this strongly, and probably not be facts. But the thing is with me, that even if something is facts, that doesn't mean that it's right. Just because something is facts to me, that doesn't mean that the facts is right. It's facts that weed is illegal in some places. But damn it, that's not fair. You understand what I'm trying to say? You understand what I'm trying to say? Just because certain things are facts, that doesn't mean it's right. Huh? Yeah, it's not facts that the Undisputed is not listed, is not recognized by other belt federation, but to me it's undisputed. Huh? And just because there's facts there, that doesn't mean that it's right. Just because marijuana is illegal in some places, that doesn't mean it's right. It's facts, but that doesn't mean it's right. Jaywalking is a damn civil crime, or whatever you want to call it, is a misdemeanor or whatever. But a cop ain't gonna give me no damn ticket for jaywalking in New York City. Is it fair? Imagine if I cross the lane. Hey, you, come over here. Come over here. Don't you take one damn step. What happened? What's going on, my brother? You crossed the street when it said don't walk. Now, why do you do that? They didn't say no walk. That was old school. Well, you crossed the street when the hand was like this on the sign, and you kept on going. Come here, buddy. Only because it's a damn civil crime, that doesn't mean that it's right. Huh? It's facts. But that doesn't mean that it's right. Facts over opinion, but credible opinion could change facts. You feel me? You feel me, P? Facts over opinions, but opinions, great logical opinions, could change facts. You see? You see how y'all trying to get me? Don't worry, my brother. It's all here, man. Y'all can't get me on that. Just like with the women lie, men lie, and numbers don't. Jay-Z ain't gonna get me on that one. Jay-Z, numbers do lie. Numbers do lie. Because men invented numbers. So if men lie, numbers lie too. See? And just because facts are facts, and opinion is an opinion and a credible opinion could work itself to being facts. Changing what facts is. I'm changing what facts is. Numbers lie. Look at this election. And damn right, Triple X. Look at the damn election. Yes, number do lie, and that's why your boy Punch Run Boxing is going. You already know what I'm talking about. I'm going for political official, and I will run for political official because yes, I do believe that this election was horrible. But your boy Punch Run Boxing is running for political official, ladies and gentlemen. I am running for political official, and nobody could run against me because they're gonna be scared. Because I got the people with me. I got the people rocking with Punch Run Boxing, ladies and gentlemen. Because I vote for me, I will abolish child support. And yes, vote for me, ladies and gentlemen. Vote for me. Your boy Punch Run would abolish child support. And we're gonna go to the family court and we're gonna burn family court to the damn ground. To the damn ground. Oh yeah. Family court is going to the damn ground. Family court is looking like the Million Man March and shit like that. No. Your boy Punch Run, Mr. AKA Mr. Moonshine, AKA El Adobo, AKA El Sazon of the YTBC will be running for political official. You just got to vote for me. Vote for me. I will abolish child support, and also I will abolish child support. Any women out there that want to be bitter and take that great father to court, that be lying, 15 years to life. 15 years to life, I say. 15 years to life. Oh, damn, I'm serious, y'all. Vote for me. Vote for me. I'm sending signatures out there. I'm going to make a website, and you can vote for me. Sign the signature. I'm running for political official, ladies and gentlemen. Are you with me? Damn it, are you with me? Oh, man. 15 years to life, bitch. I'm that good father that love his kids, and the kids love him. And just because he didn't want you and he dated some young girl and stuff like that, and now you mad? Nah. You can't be lying on these great fathers like that. 15 years to life. She lied. 15 years to life. Woman, don't you? And the judge like, don't you come in this courtroom and destroy your bond of him and his kids. Are you crazy, woman? Take her away. Take her away. Vote for me. I would change child support 26 years. Pancho's gonna be my running mate. Pancho's gonna be my running. Pancho and Punch. Yes, Pancho's gonna be my running mate. Shout out to Pancho. Pancho's gonna be my running mate.
Anyway, then it's on me. Then it's not a slow. Setting it means me. And a matter bone. What do you mean? Spin me when I'm low. Then it's not a show, man. When it's not a fee.
Pancho's gonna be my running mate, man. He gonna be my running mate, son. You man. He got that 90s mullet too. That 1989, not the 90s, man. That's that 1988, 87, 89 mullet. Hasn't gotten old yet, man. Hold on. I'll duck child support like Wilder duck Fury jab on weight. Who you got on Teo versus Cambosos? I got Teo on that one. But it ain't gonna. I don't think it's gonna be that easy though, man. Kambosos could fight, man. Kambosos could fight. Kambosos could fight. Ain't gonna be. See, this ain't. It's not gonna be like that, man. Do not look over. Don't. Kambosos. That's Manny Pacquiao's favorite sparring partner, Kambosos. The IBF mandated Kambosos and Teofimo, giving them 30 days to come down with a negotiation deal. I like all these fights, though. Hope everybody having a good Saturday, though, too. I hope everybody having a good Saturday. My man Regis Progress. So when it comes to the A side, man, I think it's a mixture of everything. I think they got to take it into consideration, man. The only sad part about it is that when and it's not even supposed to be about T.O. I just feel like when he did win, it feels like even the legends, even, because of course, Gervonta Tandy was a Floyd Mayweather Promotions, and Ryan Garcia's with Golden Boy Promotions. So now it's just like they do in the YTBC. It's to devalue somebody, to uplift somebody. I don't think that that's the right promo, man. I just don't think that you need to devalue somebody to pick up a fight. I don't think so. Yo, and shout out to Virgil Ortiz. Virgil Ortiz today in his IG live said that he's willing to fight Gervonta Tank Davis and Ryan Garcia. Virgil Ortiz. Now there might be people out there that be like, come on, Virgil Ortiz in 147. Right? But this is when fans contradict themselves. He's too small. No. Wait. Ryan Garcia, 147. Virgil Ortiz, that's only what, two divisions, right? Yet we're the same people that love to say, this generation ain't shit. This generation ain't that. This generation and this. It got to be like back in the days, like Hagler and like Thomas Hearns and like Roberto Duran and like Ray Leonard. All right, Roberto Duran was the guy that was moving up fighting these guys, right? We still respect Roberto Duran even if he lost all these fights against these guys, right? Except with Sugar Ray Robinson. Sugar Ray Leonard. But he was moving up to fight Hagler, right? Roberto Duran. And we speak highly of these guys. So why not let Ryan Garcia move up to 147 and fight Virgil Ortiz? So Virgil Ortiz saying that today is all right. Let me play you a little bit of what he said. Hold on. Let me play you a little bit of what he said. I don't know if y'all caught it. But let me play the audio. Let me play the audio. Hold on. Where's the audio? There you go.
Those are definitely some.
This is Virgil Ortiz talking about the if he gets the chance to fight Ryan Garcia, what he feels about that. Ryan Garcia and Gervonta Tank Davis.
I mean, that's pretty interesting. Those are definitely some guys that I think they could carry their power over to 147. Mm-hmm. I think that the fights will definitely be entertaining. Those are definitely pay-per-view fights right there. I think that I don't want to say who would win, because I want to say that I want to win. Everyone thinks that they're going to win. I just want to say it's going to be good. They would be good fights if they were ever to happen. And I mean, yeah, I know everyone wants to see the best fights. So if they ever did that, then I wouldn't be opposed to it. Yeah.
Virgil Ortiz, Maurice Hooker, good fight. And Virgil Ortiz said that, let's talk about that a little bit. Take a safe side, you become Devin Haney email. Let's talk about that a little bit, y'all. Virgil Ortiz was trying to explain that Sean Porter saying that he wouldn't, paraphrasing. He's paraphrasing. He said that Sean Porter is dumb to say that he wouldn't want to fight him because they didn't do the same thing for him. Meaning that on the come up, the elite fighters didn't give him that chance. That's what he meant. So why would I give it to Virgil Ortiz? And see, I feel like the guys like Sean Porter and Danny Silva Garcia should be the first ones at the welterweight division to step up and give these guys the fight. Just like the Herrera did to Danny Silva Garcia. You know what I'm saying? Just like Carlos Quintana did to Keith Thurman. You understand what I'm saying? Like these guys, I feel like should give these young fighters that chance. Like Boots Ennis, like Virgil Ortiz. I believe that a Danny Silva Garcia, at this point, we know he can't beat Thurman. He can't beat Spence. He can't beat Porter. He can't beat Manny Pacquiao. He's not going to get the Manny Pacquiao fight. If you're going to stay in 147, why not be that guy, that veteran guy, to give the fight to a Virgil Ortiz or Boots Ennis? Boots Ennis versus Danny Silva Garcia, two Philadelphia fighters in Philadelphia. Virgil Ortiz was also talking about him fighting Earl Spence, but he said it will happen in 154. He believes so. Dallas, Texas, that will be good. But Earl Spence got a lot on his table right now. He could have the fight with Manny Pacquiao. He could have Bud Crawford. He probably could have a Thurman. He could. People talking about him and fucking Canelo. So of course, him looking at Virgil Ortiz right now, no. But I do think that a Porter and a Danny Silva Garcia should be looking at, or maybe a Thurman, also should be looking at these guys. They should be in reach to fight these guys. They're going to start mandating Virgil to fight the top welterweights. Virgil's up. Yeah, he's up there in the rankings. He's gonna be up. And we did this the last time. I do believe that Virgil Ortiz should be the WBO mandatory. He should be, in my opinion. And I said this in the other live show. I don't know if y'all caught it. I'm gonna run you why I believe that he should be. Right quick, I'm just a case of y'all missed it the last time I said it. I'm just gonna say it real quick. This was March 2020, and this is why I believe that Virgil Ortiz should be the mandatory to Bud Crawford. This is March 2020. This is a WBO. March 2020 WBO. You got number one Danny Silva Garcia, but Danny Silva Garcia already fought he lost to Earl Spence. So of course, look at the guy number two. It's Virgil Ortiz. Number three, Michael Garcia. Number four, Maurice Hooker. 5, Regis Prograis. Right? Virgil Ortiz is gonna fight Maurice Hooker. But just look at this, March 2020. Look at where Virgil Ortiz is at. Number 2. He's a number 2, Virgil Ortiz. Look at the number. Look at 1 through 10. Sean Porter's not there. If you would have looked at March 2020, if you ever go to the WBO website, Sean Porter's not even on the rankings in the WBO. Not even on the rankings. We move on to July 2020. Several months later. Danny Silva Garcia is still number 1 because, of course, that's July 2020. Number 2, Virgil Ortiz. Number 3, Michael Garcia. Guess who slipped in at number 4, Sean Porter? Well, the hell was Maurice Hooker? We don't know, but Sean Porter, July 2020, WBO. Same year, several months later. How did Sean Porter get to number 4? WBO, how? That wasn't even ranked. Let's move over to the next one. But look at Virgil Ortiz. He's number 2. Let's move over. August 2020. Sean Porter becomes number 1. Virgil Ortiz still number 2. Now they say Sean Porter is the mandatory to Bud Crawford. Now this is why it's not even the belts that is a problem in the sport of boxing. The rankings is the problem in the sport of boxing. The rankings is a problem in the sport of boxing. Maurice Hooker is not there anymore, but Virgil Ortiz is number 2. So Virgil Ortiz has been a number 2 throughout the whole year. Sean Porter just creeped in number 1 and just hopped over Virgil Ortiz. Why? Belts is not only the problem, it's also the ranking system. It's also the ranking system the problem in the sport of boxing. Now, there ain't going to be a lot of people going to be like, yo, Virgil Ortiz, yo, they fucking him up. Hop out there. Why there is not a lot of boxing content creators saying, yo, that's fucked up how they got him over this, man. He should be the mandatory. He should be the mandatory. Somebody do something about the WBO. Because everybody would like to critique the WBC, WBA, IBF, or the IBF ranking. This is what it is, man. If you go file a petition for an eliminator, for to be ranked in certain places and things of that nature, they just put you up there. The whole ranking system is rigged. You already know about the belts. We're all frustrated about the belts, but it also starts with the ranking system, though. It's just all over the place. So when I say, damn, this guy's morally undisputed, let me rock. Because ain't nothing morally about none of this shit. Fuck. Tell Manny to give Virgil the fight for his comeback. You know that's not going to happen. Virgil Ortiz is the true boogeyman. I'm not going to say the boogeyman yet. All I'm saying is he's in position. He's in position and was in position to actually get that Bud Crawford fight. He's in position. But people would like to see Sean Porter and Bud. I would like to see Sean Porter and Bud. I would like to see it. All I'm saying is that Bud Crawford, that Virgil Ortiz has the equal right to fight a Bud Crawford next. The equal right. Right now, Danny Garcia has to accept his gatekeeper status. Fight the young. Yeah, I think so. I think so. I do really think so. I agree with that statement. I agree with that statement, yo. Hold on. Shit. I agree with that statement. Porter looking for a title shot right now. Now Ortiz for Ennis. Now if Bud don't fight Sean, he ruins his leverage for negotiation with Spence. But the WBC also stated that Sean Porter had that Errol Spence has 1 year to face his mandatory. So that fight is not gonna happen. Not no time soon. Mauricio Sudamon said the other day that Errol Spence has 1 year to face his mandatory. So we're not going to see Sean Porter versus Errol Spence. We're not going to see that fight. We're going to see Abdul Kokorov. We're going to see Abdul Kokorov. We're going to see Abdul Kokorov, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to see Abdul Kokorov. Hold on. Don't want to see AB anymore. I'll see AB, man. I'll see AB. I'll see AB. What fights? Why wouldn't people want to see those fights? I'll see AB. Doesn't matter, man. Why not? Hold on. I'm liking these young fighters also going to Mike Tyson podcast though. I think Mike Tyson got the second best podcast and the second best boxing podcast because y'all already know the best podcast in the It's the Smelling Salt Podcast. Yours truly, Punch Run Boxing. Go check it out, the Smelling Salt Podcast. Check out the Smelling Salt Podcast. Yo, what you think about what y'all think about Keith Thurman cutting his hair though? Let me see if I can put this photo up. Hold on. See, I can put this photo up. Oh. Hold on. Yeah, I can put the photo. Where's this damn photo? Thurman got my hairline. Shit, I don't even got a hairline no more. Yo, what do you think about Keith one time Thurman, man? Finally cut the hair, man. You could see he was going a little bald right there. I'm gonna tell you like this: that lineup, he better save that lineup. I'm gonna tell you like this: it happened to me. I had long hair, had the cornrows, and I cut it, and just like that, then I went to the barbershop to cut my hair again after it grew. It's now that spot wasn't growing no more. That spot wasn't growing no more to me. Samson has cut his hair. Samson has cut his hair, but he already lost his power with the hair anyway. I feel the pain. What do you feel about that, y'all? What do you feel about Keith one time Thurman? No more ponytail. Angel Garcia can't call him ponytail no more. He said knuckle up sucker said I'm hanging on like crazy. What you gonna do? Some extensions like Manny Ramirez? Huh? What you gonna do? Spray it? You gonna spray it? once I was done, once that one side of my hairline was pushed back, I said I'm going bald. I don't give a damn, man. I ain't gonna hold on, man. I can't do it. I got a peanut head anyway, man. It just not gonna look right anyway. It's not gonna look right anyway. I think Thurman comes back and shock the welterweight division somehow. I think so too. But you think he's gonna lose his power like Samson? Keith Samson Thurman. Actually sound better. Keith Samson Thurman. Damn, Keith. Damn, man. Yo, what is it, man? When fighters lose, they gotta take care of their hair. You know, when a girl, you know, she's feeling bad, she goes to the salon or something like that. She got a little mani patty or whatever, just to make her feel good. And it looks like when boxers lose, they just want to change their hairstyle. You know, when Jarrett Hurd lost, when he lost to J Rock, he's like a new change, and he dyed his hair back to his original color. I'm like, what is it? What is it? Like, you gonna gain something because of your hair? It was your hair. But at least Keith one time Thurman, you know, he said if you lose to Manny Pacquiao that he will cut his hair. They asked him one time, would you cut your hair if you lose to Manny Pacquiao? He said, yeah, I will cut my hair. At least he kept his promise, though. At least he kept his promise. But I'm going to say like this. You going to win, you never cut his hair probably. But I know that first, you know when you had anybody that ever had long hair, anybody that ever had long hair, you know, the first time when you cut your hair, you take that shower. Oh, man, it feels good, man. Doesn't it feel good, right? If anybody here that had long hair before, when you first cut it and you take that shower, yo, oh, the water just going through the scalp and just like I think that was like that's the best shower after you have a long hair and the best feeling. Am I the only one? Am I the only one? Shout out to Mike Tyson and Teofimo Lopez the day before yesterday. He was in his podcast. This is gonna be a good interview. I want to see the Ryan Garcia, and I want to see this one. Mike Tyson making moves, man. He making moves, man. Everybody like Mike. Everybody like Mike. Punch. What's your top 3 welterweights, if you don't mind? My top 3. My top 3 that I like, or top 3 that I feel like that's the best top 3. Because I'll say the top 3 that I like will be Thurman, Pacquiao, and Boots Ennis. I like Virgil Ortiz too. Damn, that's a hard one, man, to keep 3. Yeah, that would be it. Yo, the difference with Crawfish. I like Bud too, man. But yeah, man. Really want to see Thurman versus Spence or Thurman versus Crawford. Yeah, I want to see those fights. Good looking, my brother. Good looking with the questions, man. Good looking with the questions. But man, if boxing has this, boxing could be good. Yo, just make the best fights. Yo, you don't even gotta make the fight. Just make the best fights. Because best fights could be more than one, even in the respective division. When we talking about best fights, I don't think people are really talking about the fight. Just the best fights. Just 50-50 elite fights. That's all. That's all the fans really want. And it's there. It is there. The best fighting the best doesn't mean the fight. It just means best fighting the best. Is Bud Crawford versus Thurman the fight? Nah. But it's a great fight that we're willing to pay for. Haney versus Teo. Ryan versus Davis. These are great fights. Kalen Plant versus Benavidez. These are great fights. Bivol. Beterbiev. That's a good fight. In the heavyweight division, it doesn't even have to be Anthony Joshua and Tyson Fury. You could have Andy Ruiz versus Wilder. That's a good fight. The best fights would eventually get the fight. Burchett versus Valdez. But guess what's a good fight? Shakur Stevenson versus Hearing. That's a good fight. Or Frampton. Or Gervonta Tank Davis want to move up. Gervonta Tank Davis versus Leo Santa Cruz will be a good fight. Regis Prograis and Hooker would have been a good fight too. Virgil Ortiz versus Hooker is a good fight. I'll pay $99 for Crawford versus Spence. I'll pay $200 for that shit. I'll pay for $200. See, that's the thing. And when you have these type of fights, it's always going to create good numbers. You don't need the fight, but you just need good, great fights. And it could sell. The meat, see, put it this way. When people talk about the meat, see, in today's boxing, I said this once before, in today's boxing, you don't have your Mike Tyson. You don't have your Mayweather. You don't have your Oscar de la Hoya. But you do got matches that will actually do great numbers. Demetrius Andre, alone, he can't sell a lick. Right? Charlo, you saw his pay-per-view numbers. Can't sell a lick, really. But a Demetrius Andrade and a Jamal Charlo sells. They can't sell by themselves, but a great matchup sells. A Demetrius Andrade versus Charlo, I'll pay a pay-per-view for that one. I'll pay a pay-per-view for that one. But alone, there's matchups that are worth to pay for. Is Caleb Plant a pay-per-view star? No. Is David Benavidez a pay-per-view star? No. Would you pay for Caleb Plant and David Benavidez? I would. You would never pay. Would you pay for Ryan versus Linares? Would you pay for Javante St. Davis and Ryan Garcia? Would you pay for Ryan Garcia and Teofimo Lopez? Would you pay for that? Yo, even if they would have had Chocolatito versus Estrada too, I'll pay for that. I will pay for that. Lomachenko and Tank, I'll pay for that. The $8 I would. January 24, remember, there's a good fight coming along. There is a good fight. There's a good fight. I'll pay $200 for Ryan Garcia versus, nah, man, I don't want that fight. I'll pay for it, but I don't want nah. Manny Pacquiao, Ryan Garcia, no, man. If a southpaw like Campbell will put more floor him, I'm going to say it like this. Manny Pacquiao. No. Just say no. Yeah, not even at 42. No. Ryan Garcia is good, and he's getting paid. He's only 22 years old, y'all. These guys are only 22. These guys are only 22, man. Hold on. What a damn. Who's this guy, man? Who that is? I think you're frozen, bro. Jump right back in. Jump right back.
I got you.
You got me?
You hear me?
I hear you.
You hear me?
I hear you good and loud and clear.
They put it sideways.
Yeah. Hold on.
Ah, shit. Wait. The steering wheel there. Dig it up. The steering wheel. Hey. I don't want to hold this motherfucker, bro. Hold on. Let me get something. Hold on.
All right, go ahead. The man was hearing me talk about the A side and stuff like that. He heard Punch Drunk had to be on. Who's talking about A side?
I gotta sit in the driver's seat. Hold on a second.
Yeah. Take your time.
This is the quietest place I have, bro. You know I got a Latino family. You know how that goes.
It's loud over there in the house. Little salsa playing, merengue playing over there.
Mira, trae la cubeta, ven para acá, mira, tráela. Mira, arregla el arroz, el habichuelo, papi, ven para aquí. ¿Qué no vas a comer? You know, shit like that, bro.
Oh, man. I thought it was Devin. Props to Teofimo Lopez. Pops for being passionate about his son's boxing career. Yes, you got to be passionate. You always got to be passionate about your kids, man. Every parent out there. It would be weird if you're not passionate. I look at that dude. You don't love your kid? Shit. But yeah, man. Let me hype this guy up.
There we go. Hold on. Let me get this shit together. Man, that's perfect right there. Let me see. More here, right?
Perfect. Yeah.
Right. Okay. Let's do this.
Trainer of the year, Teofimo Lopez Sr., Jr. in the building, Mr. Nostradamus himself.
What's going on, fellas?
Hey, I'm
What's going on?
I'm doing well. I just gotta say this, man. I gotta say this, my brother. Seems like as soon as your son won the belt, a lot of people has turned mentally ill, man. I think they just can't take it, man. They tired of trying to take the accomplishment away. They trying to devalue the belts. What have y'all done? What have y'all done? You got the LB of the world saying they are delusional, saying they got another A side. You
We
got
shook the
Oscar.
world.
Y'all got Oscar De La Hoya telling people that people need Ryan and Ryan doesn't need anybody, saying that, and you got Ryan Garcia saying that nobody needs a belt, that belts don't matter. All of it. You got Mayweather saying that the belts, it's too many belts out there, but of course he also was one of the boxers that actually been given super titles and things of that nature, and he benefited from it. But when Teofimo Lopez Jr. wins a bout, all of a sudden, even the legends are trying to downplay the accomplishments. Either they want to downplay what Lomachenko was. What y'all did to the sport of boxing? Talk to the people. What y'all did? What's this kind of hate?
First of all, we beat an overrated guy in Lomachenko. All right, so you already know Lomachenko was all buzz. He never fought nobody, and Lomachenko was an easy guy to beat. That's what they say. He was overrated. Overrated, Lomachenko. Right? When every idiot in the world that had my son losing, bro. So now that my son beats him because he's done this shit in 16 fights that nobody in the fucking planet understands how the hell he did that. Now they're trying to question my son. Bro, my son is special. I told everybody a long time ago.
Yeah.
This kid is not from this planet, bro. This kid is different. And that's why he's doing the things he's doing, bro, so easy. That record's never going to be broken, bro. Nobody in the history, or at least humans, are not going to be able to beat what my son just did right now. He is the undisputed world champion in all 4 organizations, bro. It was never, nobody could ever do it, bro. And he did it with 16 fights. 23 years old, bro. And we could have done it at 22 if it wasn't for the COVID. You know?
Yep.
And then they're talking that, okay, now we don't go for legacy. How come nobody's calling Shakur Stevenson out? How come? I mean, not Shakur Stevenson. Shakur Stevenson is the only one calling out Lomachenko. Why doesn't these kids go for Loma? They probably make more money with Loma than with us.
Yeah.
You know? Because Loma's still good. I mean, Loma's still a superhero up there in freaking Ukraine, you know?
Yep.
Or lost us in the fight who the fighter is. He just can't beat my son.
Exactly.
He could beat everybody else in the world, and I guarantee you he would.
Yo,
you know, that's why they're scared. They don't know how to... Listen, you got to be scared of something that you don't know you could do. That's why these guys were evading this dude for so long. Now that my son fought him, because my son is one of these guys that are coming in right now with the new youth, they got to freaking talk him down and hate on it. If Shakur would have done it, oh my God. Ooh, this kid is a hero. He would have been in every fucking show in America. He would have been in the Kimmel show. He would have been everywhere. You know, because of the connection he had. I mean, the people love him. They want him to be great, but he's not going to be like my son ever. None of these cats. Yo, I don't even think there's been a kid that could even get close to what he's going to accomplish. Because nobody's going to accomplish what he's going to accomplish. I guarantee you that. If God gives us help, and I know he is, we're going to be good. We're going to be good.
The way they talking, it seems like you're probably right on that, because
look at my face, bro. You see any fakeness in my face, bro, when I speak? I talk the truth, bro.
Straight from the heart.
You know? I took over the world of boxing, my friend. Everybody thought Loma was gonna win. And I was sure, I was so sure, bro, that day. I grabbed my son before they even announced the winner, man. It was a blowout. You know? And I told everybody.
Yo, I
I
think.
told everybody.
Yeah, I said.
Yo, I told everybody, bro.
Yo, what you said about the belts is if they could do whatever your son did. I don't think so. You know why? Because they're already trying to downplay what belts are. They're already trying to downplay accomplishment. So how
They're
they
not
gonna
going
go?
for legacy. They're going with
eh,
this bullshit social media shit. How many people you got on social media? But people don't understand it's the stupidest fucking shit in the world. If you got 9, 10 million people subscribe to your YouTube or whatever the fuck it is, because I don't even understand that shit. Whatever it is, bro. How many millions watch my son fight Loma?
4.2 million.
That's only on ESPN. And that's not even the numbers because it kept on going. Now, let me tell you something. Whatever it is, tell me one of these suckers have done that. Tell
None.
me who. Who?
None.
And then they give him fighter of the year. They give me coach of the year, bro. That's
That's
more
what's.
than $3 million to me, bro.
Hey
I'm
yo,
in the
the game
boxing
plan.
world. I'm in the books of boxing, my friend. I already accomplished so big. Took my son to the. I took my son and made him win the Olympic trials. And
Yeah.
after that, I took my son and make him win the Continental's first time that has ever happened in Honduras for Honduras. That's a guy that doesn't give a fuck. It keeps on breaking walls and walls. I broke millions of walls with to get my son where he's at.
Yeah.
That was me.
Mm-hmm.
And then people saying like, oh, all he wants is his money. You know what I'm saying? That's how stupid people are.
I know. I think the people that
It was
actually say that.
together. It was
I,
a
I,
team, me and him, everywhere.
Yeah,
Fighting for
I think the people that actually say that, I think they just don't understand that type of relationship that or bond with their kid. Like I think that there's parents out there, but there's a difference between being a parent and also being a parent and having a bond with your kid. It's different, you know what I'm saying? So or they not parents themselves, they don't know that type of love. Or they never
yeah.
had that type of love. They probably never had probably a father unfortunately and they don't understand that damn that passion. I mean, my father never loved me like that. Damn, is he crazy or what is it? I think people that see you and see that passion, real like me, a father, I'm a father myself. Man, I'm the first one to be out there, and when my son's playing basketball, I say he's better than LeBron James. He's the best. He's the
Yeah.
best. They be like, wait, but he's the best, man. You gotta instill that in their head because if you don't do it for them, and if they don't do it for themselves, who's gonna believe in them?
Yeah. But listen, man, let's wrap it up. Everything's beautiful with my family, bro. My son is with me back here in Vegas, so I'm having ball with him, going out with him, enjoying him,
That's what's
before we
up,
start
man.
getting ready. They just mandated the IBF,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. I was gonna
Today.
ask you that right now. Well, how do you feel about
So
that?
I think that Devin Haney fight is off the roof. So I guess we're gonna have to fight this dude. But it is what it is. We'll fight whoever it is, man.
Hey, they say
You
real.
know,
You know what they say? You know what they say also? The real champions face their mandatories, right? All right, you're about to face your mandatory.
exactly,
Is what it
exactly. But then they're
is.
gonna twist it the other way around.
But they can't.
It's
But
always like that.
I'm right. I'm punch drunk, man. I'll debunk all them narratives.
You got it. The takeover,
Yo,
baby. You already
the
know it.
takeover, Teofimo Lopez, good looking now, man, showing us love. Again, you're doing great things in the sport of boxing. Keep on doing what you're doing. Keep being a
Look at that
champion.
smile. Look at that smile, baby. Oh my God.
Yo, good looking out for the Lopez family, your son, the family. Thank you very much, man. Have a great night with the fams.
Peace.
Peace. Yeah. Transcendent Sports Channel in the building. What's good, Mr. Lopez? The Philippines fans got your stand. He's gonna play it back. I'm gonna let him know. Transcendent Sports Carlo in the building. Mr. Lopez, the Philippines fans got your son's back. The future is bright for your son. Can you ask him if he could train me? A matter of fact, Los, I'm gonna let him know. I'm gonna let him know. All right, can building. I'm gonna let him know. Trust me. I'm gonna let him know. I'm gonna let him know. Hold on, guys. Hold on. Yeah, so ladies and gentlemen, y'all already know, man. Good looking out, Transcendent Sport. Everybody subscribe to Transcendent Sports, man. Subscribe to Transcendent Sports. Hold on. Let me get you out. But yeah, man, look, man, boxing is good. I just don't feel like nobody at this point. Boxing is so good. These are young fighters, and be real. These young fighters don't even need to be critiqued. I know there's a lot of people that want to critique, Ryan Garcia in his head like this and all this, and Gervonta Tank Davis has a fall about it, and Devin Haney, and Teofimo Lopez, and Danny Dubois, and all these fighters, like, especially the young ones. They got a lot of time. They're going to grow. Let them grow. Let's enjoy the journey, man. Let's enjoy everybody's journey. Let's enjoy Haney's journey. Let's enjoy Cambosa's journey. Let's enjoy all these boxers, man. At the end of the day, man, they putting their life on the line for pure entertainment, yo. At the end of the day, man, they fighting with their bare hands, trying to take care of their families. And it's a sport. It's a very humbling sport. It's a very humbling sport for a bunch of people to really always critique them 24/7. It's the fight game, man. It's a fight game. And you could be a fan of whoever. At the end of the day, man, these guys are modern day warriors and gladiators, yo. Some of them gonna win. They all gonna win. They probably all gonna lose at one point of their career. Let's especially hold up high the guys out there that's actually going for legacy, because that's the only thing the fans care about. Don't you be arguing about money, because you ain't gonna get a piece of the money. Oh, but this guy gotta fight because he made more money than this money. Who are you, their financial advisor? You ain't gonna get shit. You ain't getting none of that. I don't give a damn how much. I don't give a damn if both of them was fighting for free. But I hope that every fighter get compensated real well. I hope no fighters get robbed in the sport of boxing. I hope no fighters get cheated in the sport of boxing. I hope every fighter in each of their fight get the share that they deserve, because there's too many hands in the cookie jar when it comes to the sport of boxing. Too many hands in the cookie jar. So when we talk about, this person is ducking this one's avoiding this one. No. These are fighters. These are fighters. A lot of these fighters fall for free. These are fighters. They ain't scared of nobody. The guys that's scared of is the investors, the promoters, the managers, the advisors. Those are the scared ones, not the fighters. Another thing that needs to change in the sport of boxing, especially with these young fighters, and I said this in my video with the Virgil Ortiz, promoters. These guys are young. They need to fight 4 times a year. Y'all can't treat these young guys, especially the one that haven't even accomplished. Don't treat Ryan Garcia or Gervonta Tank Davis like they got to fight 2 times a year. How you expect Ryan Garcia to get better in the ring at that age, 22 years old, if you're just going to have him fighting twice a year? Nah, these guys are still supposed to be fighting 4 times a year. These guys are still supposed to be fighting 4 times a year. They're not going to grow like that. You're going to lose in your investments real quick. And for guys like Mayweather and the guys like Oscar De La Hoya that knows what it takes, and knows what y'all need to follow the damn blueprint, because y'all great as well. Do not shortcut their potential greatness. These careers are in your hands. Gervonta Tank Davis' career is in your hands, Floyd Mayweather. Ryan Garcia's career is in your hands, Oscar De La Hoya. You guys are great. You guys are great. Put these guys to fight 4 times a year. Bob Arum, you're one of the most prestigious promoters in the sport of boxing. Make these fights happen. Keep these guys busy. Because if you don't, these young fighters, you're going to give them all the money. They're going to wander around for 8 months, not doing anything. And just like Earl Spence said, I had 8 months and I had nothing to do. I'm not going to go to the gym 8 months and stay prepared. My mind's going to wander around. I got to spend my money. Boxing is a lonely sport. Now, I can understand a Canelo Alvarez. I can understand an Anthony Joshua fighting 2 times a year. But these young fighters already getting treated like the elite fighters, man. Nah. They're not. They got a lot of things to learn. And I know for sure that after that second round of Ryan Garcia, Oscar De La Hoya was like, oh no. Oh shit, I just lost Canelo Alvarez. Oh my fuck. Oh man, I knew that it was this fucking social media guy. And then when he came back and knocked Campbell, he's like, I knew it. I knew it. I know Oscar De La Hoya probably was in a conversation with Mario Lopez. Oh my, yo, you should have seen, man. Man, you should have seen, man. Yo, I was feeling it, man. I thought I was gonna lose. Damn, I thought I was gonna lose Ryan. I just lost Canelo. Yo, man. Thank you, God, man. I said, damn, this social media freak, damn it, man. But anyway, man, thanks for rocking with me, everybody, man. I hope you have a great Saturday. Again, man, subscribe to the channel. Smash the like button. Helps the visibility of the channel and the video. Yeah, bring that. Hope everybody has a good Saturday, man. Take care of your kids, man. I pray for all your kids doing well. Satisfy your significant other. She gonna be on Instagram searching for another one or something like that. Yo, George Kambosos is way tougher fight at 135 than Leo Santa Cruz, Gamboa. So haters make me laugh. Nakatani, Comey, Loma. Enough said. Who's Tank for? On 135 pound, right? That's what I'm talking. Nakatani, Comey, and Lomachenko back to back. And Kambosos, look at his record. Look at his resume. I'll tell you like this. If Kambosos was from America, people be like, yo, Kambosos. Punch, I'm seriously considering going back to boxing. That's what I'm talking about, man. I support you on that one. My man. Carlo, when is Kambosos fight happening? Well, they got 30 days to negotiate, or after the 30 days, it's going to go to a purse bid. So, but that's it. They already got officially mandated. So that Teofimo Lopez and Devin Haney is not gonna go down. If y'all hear anything in another channel saying, but he's ducking, how much you wanna bet they ain't gonna say that now? Because that would just debunk all the narratives that they're talking about. Guys like Canelo, guys like all the dudes that they hate. Mandate, right? Right? Alright, he's fighting his mandatory. Just like Earl Spence gonna be fighting his mandatory too. Right? A real champion is a guy that fights his mandatory. He's going to fight his mandatory. Shout out to Kambosos Jr. as well, man. Kambosos no slouch, man. Kambosos is going to give a good fight. I'm going to tell you like this. This fight is going to be very exciting because Kambosos has an exciting style. Teofimo Lopez, y'all already know he could be very, very exciting, very, very technical at the same time. There's going to be an exciting fight. He beat Mickey Bay, and then he beat Lee Selby. So back to back. This is gonna be a good fight. And in front of people, this is gonna be good. In front of a live gate, that's gonna be good for Teofimo Lopez. Get that money, get that live gate, defend your titles, and everybody keep doing their thing, man. I want to see also Ryan Garcia, Devin Haney, or Ryan Garcia, Javante Tank Davis. Make it happen. So let me know what y'all think, man. Leave your comment at the bottom. You already know, man. Thank you for rocking with your boy, Punch Drunk Boxing, a.k.a. El Adobo, a.k.a. the Sazón of the YTBC, the YouTube boxing community. Y'all already know, man. I love y'all, each and every one of y'all that's doing y'all shit. And boxing content creators, keep on doing your thing, man. Whether we agree or disagree or we're supporters of one another, man. God bless each and every one of y'all. Keep on doing your thing, man. God bless you and your family. I really mean that. So love y'all. God bless, and on to